Bitcoin, just like how we anticipated, got attracted in between this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line. And on my previous video, I showed you guys, despite Fed signaling rate cut in the next FOMC, we still need to be careful. We need to be careful because price of Bitcoin still has a very strong resistance which we have to overcome. Resistance from this Fibonacci line, resistance from these indicators, resistance from this rising trend line, and only after that we can say it is an actual reversal. Otherwise, despite Fed signaling a rate cut in the next FOMC, we could prepare ourselves for a continuation which might look somehow like this. This is exactly what I showed you. A relief rally, a 0.5.618 relief rally, just like what happened here after a pullback, retracement of around 0.5.618 line, and then a continuation of a downtrend. So in our case, we had a relief rally in between 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, in between 117,000 118,000. Failing to remain above this trend line means we must prepare ourselves for a continuation, which could look somehow like this. But this does not make us bearish, guys. Despite Fed signaling rate cut and price also, instead of a bullish continuation, starts with a bearish continuation, I just want you to zoom out. This pullback here could be a bear trap to liquidate the over leveraged longs, and only after that, a continuation of an uptrend. But for now, we must be aware that around 117,000 118,000 we have extremely important resistance line for Bitcoin, and along with the 0.5.618 Fibonacci resistance, I even showed you guys this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line. You can see that's exactly where we came. That's exactly where the price started reversing. Parallelly, we also knew this 117,000 118,000 was also a resistance from our Williams alligator indicator. Yes, guys, this Williams alligator indicator acts as support during uptrend. You can see it here. Right, it acts as support during uptrend, but acts as resistance during downtrend. So that's why this is a bearish cross in Williams alligator indicator. Blue line has started to appear at the top, green line at the bottom. That's why I showed you any sort of a relief rally, Bitcoin failing to find proper support above 118,000 could be just a temporary relief rally, right? And then a continuation of an downtrend, because beside this Williams alligator indicator, even RSI has jumped below 50. MACD is still forming a bearish cross. So you can see indicators are still signaling weakness. But even if this weakness results in another pullback, another continuation towards the next area of confluence, I want you to zoom out, because after some pullback, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to show a move in this manner. Until the next FOMC, maybe we might see some pullback, but after the FOMC, which might be on 17th of September or 18th of September, we could see a V-shape or a U-shape type of reversal, guys. Yes, we in the medium short term need to overcome certain key line. Only after that we know it's a bullish continuation, a continuation of an uptrend like this. But as long as Bitcoin remains below key trend line 117,000 118,000, parallelly we will be also facing resistance from this rising trend line, which during uptrend acted as a very important support. Each and every pullback around this trend line, you can see here, resulted in a bullish continuation, right? Pullback around this rising trend line resulted in a bullish continuation. We failed to remain above this line, which resulted in a bearish continuation. But when we had this relief rally, I was very clear, along with this indicators, along with this Fibonacci line, even this rising trend line will be acting as resistance, which it did. And exactly after testing the resistance around 117 118, in between that range, you can see the price of Bitcoin started showing weakness. So if Bitcoin fails to regain its trend above this key trend line, then despite Fed signaling rate cut in the next FOMC, until then I am actually expecting Bitcoin to show weakness, get attracted towards the next area of confluence, find bottom, and then a reversal which could look somehow like this. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. Bitcoin, if you simply zoom out, still looks very bullish, but in the medium short term, it could be resulting in some pullback to liquidate the over leverage longs, or let's say a bear trap, and only after that a continuation of an uptrend. But looking at this using our leading indicator for the month of August, if the worst case plays out, you can see according to our leading indicator, this will be our worst case target, which sits around 106,000. So in the month of August, if Bitcoin shows weakness and starts with another continuation, failing to find support above this key trend line, right? Not just only the price target around 109, 110,000, but even lower, you can see in the worst case, this S1 line for the month of August will be attracting us. But I personally think if Bitcoin does get attracted towards this S1 line, that is going to give us a great buying opportunity, because I personally think we still have a blow off top type of formation lift. Yes, with the help of this parabolic curve pattern, even if Bitcoin shows weakness, even if Bitcoin gets attracted towards the next area of confluence, you can see just like in this example, it could be a formation of base 4. And in base 4, if you look at this carefully, you can see this is base 4, right? So if Bitcoin shows weakness and this worst case starts playing out along with this S1 line, even this curve line will be looked as our next area where we could be getting attracted, and after that a blow off top type of formation. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. I personally think Bitcoin still has a blow off top type of formation, get attracted towards the upper trend line from this rising channel, and only after that a continuation to the downside. Yes, Bitcoin, if you zoom out, right, if you zoom out, it could be preparing itself for a very, very bullish move. But for the medium short term, we could show weakness. Bitcoin could come for a lower price target, make a lower low, lower highs type of formation. But please do not let this chart fool you. I have been very clear. Even if this bearish continuation plays out, simply zoom out, because in a bigger picture, Bitcoin still looks very, very bullish. So guys, this was some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.